And welcome back into the news portion of DSI. We are now learning about more about a shooting that left 3 Salisbury University students hurt. Police say the students were shot on the 300 block of Ohio Avenue. All 3 of them suffering non-life-threatening injuries. Details remain limited at this time. However, Wicomico County State's Attorney Jamie Dykes condemned the incident along with other recent violent events in Salisbury, saying in part, quote, "We cannot be content to live in a community where gun violence is a daily occurrence. If you know anything that can help us put an end to this violence and bring those responsible to justice, we urge you to come forward," end quote. And Delaware State Police have identified the victim of a fatal crash that occurred in Felton. Police say 44-year-old Justin Zacchaeus of Woodside was killed in the crash at the intersection of Burnite Mill Road and Sandtown Road. Now, police say Zacchaeus' vehicle collided with a truck trailer and it was trying to turn across the road. Zacchaeus was pronounced dead at the scene, and the other driver was not injured in the crash. A 46-year-old Seaford man is facing multiple felony charges after police searched his home. Inside Avery Cannon's home, Delaware State Police say they found over 57 grams of crack cocaine, 1,100 grams of cocaine, and marijuana. And police also say they found nearly $15,000 in suspected drug money, 5 guns, and hundreds of rounds of ammunition. Cannon is a convicted felon prohibited from possessing firearms, and police say he was arrested without incident. And a Selbyville man sentenced to 20 years behind bars for his involvement in a February armed robbery. Antonio Walters pleaded guilty to the crime in July. Police say he held up a convenience store clerk at gunpoint in Showell, Maryland, getting away with about $1,000. Police fielded numerous tips about the robbery, and he was soon identified as the suspect and was arrested.
All right, let's start off with the positive with headlines, at least the top line here. It's going to feel like fall tonight. There could be a few spots that drop down to 49 degrees. Lee, though, still affecting the beaches, especially for our Saturday. Dangerous conditions. And our next shot for rain, we're going to talk about that for Sunday with a chance for a couple showers rolling in later in the day. And that's going to be along a cold front that will just reinforce this really nice weather and basically set us up next week for wonderful days to count down the final days of summer. Easily the best weather we've had here since spring, at least this stretch that we have. All right, so the problems. Right now, dangerous to swim. Showed this graphic yesterday. We're going to show it again tonight, because if you're here for the beach or you're thinking about hitting the water tomorrow, please think again. Wait until at least Sunday, if not into Monday. Rip currents are still very dangerous. They're expected to be a problem again tomorrow. Large breaking waves, 8 to 10-foot waves in some cases, which is very high for anything along the coast. I mean, it's one thing if it's out in the sea, you know, where the boats are, but it's another thing when we see numbers like that along the shore. And beach erosion, of course, still a big problem. Okay, so 75, that was it for a high today at the Salisbury Airport. 5 below average. Haven't had too many below average days so far this summer. Started the morning off at 57. I expect this to be good 3 or 4 at least degrees cooler by tomorrow morning in the Salisbury area. Morse Roofing and Siding Skycam, that's a live look in Rehoboth Beach. Wonderful evening. Let's take a look at current temperatures. Some places really dipped off. Melfin now at 55, Ocean City 61, real close to the 50s in all locations right now. Very comfortable evening. Still with the breeze out of the north and west that's been solidifying this transition over to fall-like weather. So we've got Lee off the coast right now. It's continuing its trek off to the north. Should miss Maine by just a little bit and will be impacting Canada here. Give you a wider view of what's happening with Lee. It will continue to move off to the north and east and lose its tropical characteristics as it does so. But with Lee off the coast, still buffering up against high pressure. That's why it's so nice here. It's also why the winds have picked up along the coast. And there's our next weather maker right there, a cold front off to the west. So putting it in all motion here on Futurecast and kind of letting this run through our Friday into our Saturday. Taking a look at the storm off the coast here. We've got that northwest flow that I was talking about in that area of high pressure. Eventually, high pressure will move out. That cold front coming in here for the later part of Sunday to bring us that chance for a couple showers. And then it's going to be Sunday night that we have a best opportunity for rain. So the way it works out, a lot of the wet weather will hold off until after we're done with the weekend. 50 to 55 tonight under clear skies. Cooler than we were last night. A beautiful day tomorrow. Sunny skies inland Delmarva, not too much of of a breeze along the coast. It's still going to be a little gusty at times and with that dangerous surf. All right, so the Brazier's Carpet Care dog walking forecast, one of the better ones in some time. We've got green paws from top to bottom, plenty of sun. Say hi to Cricket, by the way. Faye, thank you for the photo there. 7-day forecast. It's going to be a very nice weekend overall, except for that chance for rain late in the day. And then I told you that cold front's going to set us back up for wonderful weather all of next week. We've got more DSI coming up on the other side of the break. Stay with us.